Okay, math analysis. We are starting chapter 4. I think you may enjoy this chapter. It's very different from what we've done. Okay, so we've all been on an airplane before, and we've wondered how long can it really take to turn an airplane around and get it back in the air, because I'm sure we've all been delayed. So anyway, take a minute to look at this information. So we're going to learn how to make basically what's called a task chart right now, a digraph, a directional graph. Whenever we make one of these, we always start by writing the word start. So I'm going to do it just to the side for you from right here. And we look at our table and we look at which jobs require no prerequisites. That would be unloading the passengers, no prerequisites, unloading the cargo, no prerequisites, and refueling, no prerequisites. So any job that has no prerequisites, I will start at the word start, and I will draw arrows leading away from the word start, and I will label the jobs that have no prerequisites coming out of the word start. Okay, the second thing I'm going to do, and I'll put the times in when we're done here, is now I'm going to look at the table and I'm going to say, okay, now that I've completed jobs A, B, and F, I have jobs C, D, and E left. So I want to clean the cabin, and if I look at the cabin, I cannot do it until I've unloaded the passengers. So the prerequisite to job C is job A. So I can draw an arrow from job A leading to job C. If you read that backwards, C cannot be done until A is completed. So I've now put C into my chart. Before I can do job D, which is to put the passengers back on, notice I need to do two things. I need to unload the cargo and I need to reload the cargo. Jobs D and E, if you look at that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put job D down here. And I'm going to put them a little bit further than C. Now where you put them really doesn't matter, but I want you to notice that job D also had job C as a prerequisite. So there will be two arrows leading to job D because he had two prerequisites. So notice B was a prerequisite, that's why I drew that, and C was a prerequisite, that's why I drew that. Okay, job E, the only prerequisite they have is job B. So where I position E really doesn't matter, only that I have an arrow leading from B to point E. Because once again, job B is a prerequisite to getting job E done. It looks like I am now ready to finish the job. So basically any job that does not have an arrow coming out of it needs to have an arrow drawn to the finish line. So from D I'll draw an arrow to the finish line, from E I'll draw an arrow to the finish line, and from F I'll draw an arrow to the finish line. Okay, I'm going to pause right now for a minute. Okay, so now it's important that we put the times onto our digraph here that indicate how long the jobs take. The times always go to the right of the task. So time goes on the arrow to the right of the task. Okay, the arrows coming out of start, we always put 0 on because it doesn't take any time to start. Job A here takes 13 minutes, so I will put a 13 here. Job B takes 25 minutes to unload the cargo. Notice there are two arrows coming out of job B. Job F takes 31 minutes to refuel the plane, so I will put that on F. Job C, which I erased somehow last time, takes 15 minutes. Job D takes 22 minutes. Job E takes 27 minutes. So if you take a look at this, we have all of our times on currently. The final piece of this is listing all of the paths that you could possibly take from start to finish and see the times that it takes. So I will do our first path, start, A, C, D, finish. So I will write that as one of my paths from start to A to C to D to finish. And if you add those numbers up, you will find out that that took a total of 50 minutes. So that string of tasks takes 50 minutes. I have another path right here. I could go from start to B to D to finish. So I have start, B, D, finish. And that path, if you add up the time, the 25 and the 22, takes 47 minutes. So that string of tasks, which is unloading the cargo and reloading the passengers, takes 47 minutes. There's another path of jobs here from start to F to finish. So if I look at that one, that's another path, start to F to finish, and that takes 31 minutes total. And finally, there's one more path that we can look at, and it's from the start, oops, we lost the color there, from start to B, B to E, and E to finish. So we have start, B to E to finish. And if you take a look at that, that is 52 minutes. So the answer to this problem, the earliest that we can get this plane turned around is 52 minutes, because our longest string of tasks takes 52 minutes to complete.